What is going on, guys? Now we have the Big East video, and I'm just pulling up my notes real quick here for the Big East. The first match we have is Georgetown and Marquette. Marquette won the season series against Georgetown. I think they only played one game. And on top of that, Marquette's also played more games than Georgetown. Georgetown's had a lot of games postponed / canceled. And I just feel like the more experienced team, the team that's played more games, the team that's more in shape and ready, there's not a big difference between these two teams. I'm going to have to go with Marquette. Just because they have more playing experience this season. Then we get into Xavier versus Butler, two teams that they're accustomed to being a March Madness. Neither team are some bums or anything like that. And they both could have a decent shot at making some waves here late in the season. But I'm going to have to go with Xavier. They're just always a solid team. They always can get it done. They're well coached. I'm going to have to go with Xavier in this matchup. And then we get Providence versus DePaul. Now, you look at these and you'd think, surely Providence is going to win. But no. I'm taking my Chicago bros. I'm saying, you know what? I don't care whether or not they're good or not. I'm taking DePaul to represent Chicago, Illinois. Then we get into Villanova versus Marquette, and let's be honest with ourselves. Do we even need to explain it? Nova's not losing to them. Jeremy Robinson Earl is going to have a field day. Then we get into St. John's versus Seton Hall. The series is 1-1. However, St. John's is on a 2-0 win streak, and Seton Hall is on an 0-4 losing streak. And this is not the time of the year you want to be going on losing streaks because, like I said in the ACC video, you got to strike while the iron's hot, and the iron is more hot for St. John's than it is for Seton Hall. Seton Hall actually has a very cold streak on their path here. They're going to need to overcome that. So I'm going to have to go off on a limb, and I'm going to have to take St. John's. Julian Champagny is going to have a big night. He's going to have a big night against Seton Hall. Then we get into Creighton versus Xavier. I'm going to be honest. The series is a 1-1. They are 1-1 this year, so Xavier's no slouch. They've already beat Creighton. They can do it again. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that the coaching situation in Creighton is gonna hold much impact over the outcome of the game. They've already won a game without their coach. I don't see how Creighton loses this game because Creighton's definitely a team that should be on a lot of people's radars come March. I think they could make a Sweet 16, maybe Elite 8 run if all their dominoes fall into effect properly. Whew. Then we get into UConn. James Bouknight versus Chicago, Illinois' DePaul. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's probably an 80-20% chance that James Bouknight and UConn end up winning this match. However, I'm going with the 20%, man. Live on the edge. It's March. Go big or go home. And you know what? I'm making a bracket, so we're going to go big. We're going with DePaul again. Then we get Villanova versus St. John's, and yeah, St. John's will be on a 3-game win streak if this situation happens. But you gotta go against Nova, and Nova's not a team you want to be playing at this time of the year. Nova, unfortunately, is going to be eliminating St. John's from that, but St. John's still going to make the tournament. They'll still make the tournament. Then we get Creighton versus DePaul, and like I said, Creighton's a very scary team come March. But I'm going to have to go off on a limb once again. You know what? I'm living on the edge. We're taking DePaul all the way to the championship. So I'm telling you, if DePaul beats UConn, they're beating Creighton. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Then we get Nova versus DePaul. And I would love to click DePaul here. I would love to do it. But you can't. You can't do it. You just can't do it. There's not a chance. There's not a chance DePaul. If DePaul somehow weasels their way into the championship game, like I think they might, then Nova's going to embarrass them. Nova's going to embarrass them. But that is the Big East bracket breakdown, all that fun stuff. That is what I decided is going to be happening over on in the Big East. As you guys know in the last video, I will be, if I remember, and as of right now, the ACC video is uploaded. I uploaded immediately after filming, so that is already up on the channel. I don't have the link to it just yet, but I will be going back and putting the link in that one, and I'm going to be putting the links in these videos so you guys can join my pool here and try to beat me in these conference tournament breakdowns. But it's been Gamer's Goon. Make sure you guys tune in. Going big for the month of March for college basketball. So make sure you guys do tune in for all of that. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button. Leave down below who you believe will be winning out of the Big East this year. But for right now, I'll be talking to you guys in what will be the Big Ten. My home. My home.